Hello everybody, this is Kurt with the Nick and Kurt Experience, and I'm back playing some more Fallout New Vegas. And if you remember last time, we were here getting shot at right at the end of my last episode, and we were trying to get over to the Northern Passage to go towards where we're going now, which is um, Frosthill? I think it's Frosthill. God, why can't I remember names off the top of my head right away? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I don't think I've ever been in this building before. Oh, sexy sleepwear. That's pretty. Yeah. I can see you have like a small roof over your head, so you can just like lay a bed down here and look sexy in your bombed out house, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna use my evening redness too. I was all excited for it. Look at me. Yeah. Yeah, aggressive as shit. I'm actually really excited as well. I don't know why a lot of people are having an issue with that, but I'm really excited that Fallout's protagonist has a voice. The reason being is that he's not going to have these silly little screams whenever he attacks that's generic to every other character in the game. I think that's one of the biggest and coolest changes that it's going to happen, is that you're going to have a unique voice to yourself. Oh, and also if you want to like do really cool stuff, you can make mods that'll change every line of dialogue in the game to your own voice. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Like, I don't know, there could be some really good top YouTubers that would want to play the game too. They could probably make their own mod too. Like, somebody sets up all the stuff and just gets the dialogue emailed. Like, I don't know, Outchest Breach, Gopher, if Gopher's going to play through it all the way, which I'm sure he will as well. Like, any of those people. Like, you could get one of them, like, all of them to do their own voice acting for the main character and make them say stupid shit when they want to and change some of the dialogue. I mean, that'd be great. Oh, yeah, the floating hole in the ground. I remember that. Hey, Virgil, buddy. I hope that we use his dialogue to go through and not walk through the Northern Passage itself. Let's find out.
Yes?
Hey. Hey. What can you tell me about Marko?
I suppose in a strange way he's not much different from you, Courier. He was forged in violence, reborn a survivor. He's not exceptional in any physical sense, nor is he the most intelligent man I've met. I suppose it's his will that sets him apart.
Have you
There
met
have been
me?
times when most men would have succumbed to defeat or even death.
I'm all of
Yet
those things.
Marko won in the end. He told me about the time he was captured by raiders back east. They ate Marko's comrades and forced him into servitude. He went along with it, ingratiated himself with the leader, and even proven himself as a capable cook. The raiders grew to trust him. He
Hooray.
was eventually offered the chance to join their ranks, on the condition that he prove his ability to kill without hesitation. While he had certainly killed before, this was different. He was ordered to slaughter the family of a random farmer, a fellow by the name of Randall.
Oh, Randall.
Given your history with Randall, I have no doubt he's told you what transpired. Marko killed them all in front of Randall in gruesome fashion. The slavers' leader was so impressed that he made Marko his right-hand man. Marko soon exceeded all expectations as a raider. It seemed as if Marko had assimilated into this new lifestyle with no regrets or grudges, for a time. Then, they ran into a rival group of raiders.
Alright, go on. I'm
On the eve of the
intrigued.
battle, Marko sedated the leader and carried him to the rival encampment. With a rapt, surprised audience in full view, Marko blinded, castrated, and paralyzed his leader, then announced his intentions. He declared himself leader of the rival tribe and would face anyone who thought himself more worthy. None challenged him. With his intimate familiarity with his original clan's tactics, Marko led his men to an easy victory. The fate of the captured raiders was grim. Most were blinded, emasculated, and crippled, much like the leader. Additionally, they were disemboweled.
Oh, yay,
For
joy.
days, Marko allowed his dogs to feed on the entrails of the dying men, taking care to ensure their survival long enough to extend the agony. They all died eventually, except the leader. He had a much worse fate. They say Marko carted him about for years, caged like an animal. He was a living reminder that crossing Marko could bring a fate far worse than death. No one ever questioned him.
See, this is why I'm always bad in those kinds of situations, because the guy would come in and announce his intentions, and I'd just shoot him in the face. Like, oh. Bullet wins. Sorry. I ruined everything, didn't I?
Marko always said, man is the measure of all things. In this world, you make your own law for yourself and those closest to you. Talking about right and wrong is delusional and self-indulgent. If you had traveled and seen what I have, You'd appreciate the
Then
truth.
why the fuck do you try to point out
Seen
every
towns
wrong that
where
I've
they
done?
hate people but wouldn't let the women out in public for fear of immorality. Other places, they killed kids for stealing food. Deep down, everybody has an idea about what's right. Sleeping with another man's wife? It's okay, she's unhappy. How about robbery? Oh, they're rich. Marko taught me to look within, trust my own instincts, and most importantly, to do what it takes to stay alive. He always looked after his people. So to answer your question, I don't feel guilty. There ain't no heaven or hell, just this rock. And I'll get mine while I'm here.
From me, maybe? How'd you get mixed up with him?
I had a non-traditional upbringing, with the requisite amount of violence for wasteland standards. Marko found me when I was
Yep,
young.
I heard about you
I
kneecapping
was
your
just a
dad.
thug when we met. He saw something in me, something I didn't know about myself. He just has that ability. It's uncanny. He pushed me to become more proficient at violence, but also instilled the urge to educate myself. It's amazing what learned slaves can teach you. I've no doubt I would have perished in some scrape back east if I hadn't met Marko. I would have been another anonymous, forgotten raider. Some gang members came and went, like Red Bear. They feared Marko, so their presence was usually ephemeral.
I killed him.
There was always a core, though. We
No,
stay
yeah.
loyal to Marko because
I
he wins every time.
brought him in,
against all
actually.
odds. There's profit, but also brotherhood. Is it the same with your group?
No. Don't ever talk about my companions. Stick with me on mutual respect.
Respect? All the time, even when someone is drunk or careless? I wonder how you tolerate their flaws, and vice versa.
Because I enjoy them as people? I don't know. Fuck you, that's why.
We left at night, but it was still disconcerting at first, seeing the sky above you, like an ocean bearing down on you. You feel so small. We adjusted soon enough, just kept walking east. It was so stupid in hindsight. A couple of kids with a baseball bat, nothing more. You see, back east there aren't all these nations like you have here. It's just towns and tribes with no real order. We had no idea. I wish I could tell you we found a town and everything worked out. Not the case. We were picked up by slavers led by a man named Dickie. Dickie ran a roaming band who would lease out slaves to towns or raiding crews. To his credit, he was a sharp trader. I thought I had taken some harsh beatings, but the slavers made Dad seem like some grandma with an old switch. They were merciless. It only bothered me when they hit my brother, though. He was no more than 8 at the time, so they planned on making him a sex slave. I
Brilliant.
despised Dickie not because of his cruelty, but because he was always smiling, whistling, making cracks. Dad may have been an abusive cretin, but at least he imparted some mechanical know-how. That's how I got the slave collars off. We ran until our blood burned and our bare feet bled, then ran some more. Dickie was tracking us with dogs. It was closed when I spotted the town. In that moment I knew we wouldn't make it. Dickie and his crew were too fast, so I sent my brother off towards the town while I backtracked. He made it. I didn't. If I'd known what awaited me, the sheer hell of it, I might have killed myself before they took me.
That's the second time you told me that you probably would have killed yourself. That's great. What did Dickie do when he recaptured you?
What didn't Dickie do? 5 years. 5 years of hell. That's what I got for leaving the vault and saving my brother.
You don't know if you saved him.
It was work, beatings, work, and then more beatings. All the while there was Dickie's laughter. All the while I thought of my brother. I was near a man when Dickie got the idea of matching me up in the cage. That was a big draw, fighting slaves to the death. I knew it was my chance.
Let me just point out now that I'm just being devil's advocate here because he's sitting there saying all that shit, but it's about my past indiscretions being maybe improper or not. But, you know, maybe you sent your brother to a town that eats children, huh? You piece of shit. That's what you get for making fun of me earlier about all the stuff I used to do. Anyway, I'll be polite now. What happened when you fought in the cage?
I was strong enough from all the work, but I didn't
Obviously
know
you
anything
died,
about
right?
real fighting. Dickie wanted to use me as bait for his stud fighter, Jay. Guy had at least 30 pounds in me, had won a dozen matches. I saw him as an obstacle to my freedom, something between me and my brother. It was one of the many lessons in the power of resolve. That man should have killed me, but I wanted it more, plain and simple. He broke one arm and half my ribs, but I ended it when I gouged his eyes and then drove my heel through his skull like it was a piece of old fruit. Dickie wasn't laughing then. I was hurt, but seeing his face was worth every break and bruise that I'd suffered.
Good.
It was the first time I killed.
Well, they
I'm not
deserved
sure
it.
what Dickie had planned for me because another man bought me on the spot. Guy named Thompson. He was all right.
Thompson, really?
Thompson made me an offer.
Oh, Thompson, okay.
Win enough matches and I'll set you free. Win a lot of matches and you can join the crew. So I did. So I fought and I won. Every type of man, big, small, slow, fast. I found a way to kill them. It always boiled down to willpower, nothing else. Thompson was an old fellow, gruff but fair. He pushed me hard, but it paid off. He never beat me. Not that I gave him reason. I respected him. He recognized the fire burning in me, knew how to harness it without smothering me.
All right.
Wasn't long before I was working alongside him. After Thompson died, I was in charge. Wasn't long after that I met Marko, and the rest is history.
Well, cool. Why did Marko send you? Why didn't he just come and face me
You
himself?
always imagine elaborate, contrived showdowns with your antagonists.
Yeah.
I'm afraid Marko's a touch more pragmatic in his outlook. Don't worry, he'll fight you on his own terms when the time's right. First, I have to see to his interests while he stabilizes things in Utah. He told me that Sergio came here, squared off with you in some mountain town. Didn't work out well for him, did it?
No, but he also glitched
You
out
want
and was
Marko
hiding in a
that
bush.
badly? You have to know that it's risky going up to Utah.
I don't care. Yeah, I kind of lost the feeling of dying back then, but risks are unavoidable.
To your credit, you are adaptable. Some things can't be accounted for, though. When you taste Marko's vengeance, it will cut you off at the knees. You ever seen a cripple win a wrestling match? I mean, I've seen some midgets put up a mean fight with arm bars and whatnot, but never a gimp.
Oh, we're done talking? Oh, okay.
Yes?
You seem to embrace being the bad guy.
I want to know what a feet-sniveling worm coined the term bad guy. Probably some spineless wretch who relied on stronger men for his safety. You know what bad means to me? It means you're strong. You endure when others listen to that pussified voice inside, lay down and die. I don't know about your world with all its nations and laws, but in my world, good is raw flesh that's stripped and eaten by the hungry. What would you do without a few bad men around? No job for starters. You're only as good as the man across from you. It's what builds you. You've smoked a few lowlifes and now you're supposed to be special? You're just another meatbag with an expiration date. The hubris of it, to call me bad. There will come a time when you'll wish you had more bad in you, because good lets you down in the end.
Well, I'm just pointing out that that caused you to be the most defensive person in the world, and defensive means that you also have some sort of problem with it. Just pointing that out. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be about Sergio? Even bad men love their brothers. You might say that.
Oh, now you're saying he's a bad man.
Closer. You're not completely off base, though. Before Sergio was killed, Marko had already heard some of the stories coming out of the Mojave. People talked about some courier who was all but unstoppable. A veritable force of nature by all accounts. That didn't sit well with Marko. I guess on some level he wants to prove that you're no better than the rest of us mere mortals. Or at least not better than him.
Ah.
You've been riding high since you ducked the Reaper. Maybe too high. If you aren't careful, you'll get a nasty lesson in mortality soon enough.
I love the critical hypocrisy going on here with you, Virgil. I'm not the one who said that I'm better than everybody else. I just have the bigger gun. That's pretty much all this boils down to, and that's the exact point you've been trying to make. If Marko sits there and says, well, at least you're not better than me, he has the same problem that you're saying I have. He's so far stuck up his own ass in his own ego that he likes, licking his own eyeball from the behind, I don't know. I'm ready to leave.
Only 250 miles to go. Let's get started.
All right. I kind of like him, though. I'm yelling at Virgil, but I kind of like him. I don't know what it is about him, but I like him. You stand poised to depart the Mojave Wasteland for Frosthill, Utah. It will be a long, arduous journey, and you will be unable to return until you've dealt with Marko. You have limited access to food and munitions during your time at Frosthill. If you're up to the challenge, inform Virgil that you're indeed ready to depart. Marko awaits. Depart! Let's see if the slideshow works. Ooh, nice. Ominous music. Slideshows have been really bad for me lately.
It's a nice long walk to Frosthill.
I'll be quiet.
So pay attention and you might learn something. Over the years, travelers have told stories of a man in black, the most dangerous killer alive, from somewhere far to the east. For you, he was merely a name, Marko. He would have remained just that, if not for a chain of events after you emerged from the grave. You squared off with the Mojave's worst, and prevailed. Some began to speak of you as a living legend of the wasteland. None of this would have mattered until you met a man named Sergio, and killed him. Then you had Marko's full attention. When he heard about his brother's death, he sent me to find you, to bring you to him, so that you could settle this. Now there will be a grim meeting between you and the man in black, after which, only one legend will endure.
Is the legend the sun? Because that's probably what's going to endure after all this. In a long enough timeline, if I'm going to be quoting Fight Club today.
Well, we made it. Don't you love that clean mountain air? Breathe it in, savor it. Do you have anything you want me to relay to Marko?
Tell him I would like some cake and chicken and lobster. You know, I mean, we have a lot to talk about. More than you know, perhaps. No doubt he shares your enthusiasm for spirited discourse. Goodbye, career. Virgil's love for Marko's encampment. It's uncertain if your paths will ever cross again. I hope they do. Like I said, I was pissy with him. But hey, some of the people that you like most are the ones that make you pissy. Because they make you think. Which is a good thing. Alright, so we're good with all this. I should have probably stocked up on ammo now that he was talking about, but whatever. I have Fergie here. I doubt there's 80 things for me to shoot in the next 10 seconds, right? Famous last words? I don't know. Oh god, hello, ambush. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Hi. I was expecting someone to get close. Randall! Come on, get out of this. Randall, my boy! He better be a follower. Oh, he better be a follower. I'm so excited! Thanks for the help, broski. Just give me a second, I gotta heal up a little. We'll talk. Alright, the one should do. We'll drink one of those. Quick save. Randall!
Well, hellfire if it isn't my old protege, come up all the way from the Mojave Wasteland.
Oh.
You are a sight for sore eyes, old friend.
You've been...
How the hell are you? Took your sweet-ass time getting here, if I may say so.
You've been melted up. You're a ghoul now? You stupid ass, you didn't get the note? It's good to see you too. I had a few delays, but I got here just the same.
Yeah, I reckon so. We got a lot of catching up to do, but we best do it back at my shack. It ain't safe out here in the open. Here's a spot on your map. It ain't much, but there's shelter and some warm beds. Stop by and I'll catch up on everything. Be careful now.
Oh, Steven, buddy, I'm sorry. I can't believe they turned you into a ghoul. How did you get ghoulified? Alright, so the only guy that really did any damage was the one with the rifle. Yeah. Well, caravan shotgun, close enough. All the other ones are doing okay. That's why I wasn't getting too much damage, but sometimes my reflexes are a little bit slow, especially in the morning. And so that's why I kind of really wasn't noticing what was going on until they said, oh, survive the ambush. Like, what ambush? Holy shit, oh, you're getting shot. Alright, well, I could just follow him. I like how everything's kind of like a salt encrusting. Like, it's that whitish... It's cool.
Hey there.
Oh, Steven, buddy. Oh, Randall. Steven Randall. He's one of my favorite characters, like, of all time. I hope I can have him as a follower. Then I'm going to bring not Raoul, Russell and him together. That would be wonderful. Good times. Alright, cool. The map kind of works here. That's good. Because I don't know if you remember, like, I think it was in Troya Mountain. That was kind of broken. And all of the stuff was busted up. That's a lot of trees. Okay, bounty hunter. Alright, good. Whew. So this is where I live now. Randall and Associates. Alright.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch. Good riddance.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check something real quick while you talk about that. Oh, actually, no. I'm not carrying Motor Runner's head. I'm carrying Violet's head, though. I did kill him, though. Veteran bounty hunter. Uh-huh. Ooh. Nice og. Very nice. How's that bread?
The tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it from miles.
We're all the way in Utah, lady. Can you see it now? This is cool. I like this. I really like that there's like a whole new settlement here. Door to Randall and Associates. Door to Brookshire Shack. Thorn. Alright, we'll talk to Thorn. Let's just see what he has
What
to
do you
say.
want, shitbird?
Drugs and alcohol.
Okay. I was just breaking the balls, you know. With the FMG and all. Nothing more to it.
The fucking new guy? Is that what that means? Is that...
Keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the strip. Must have delivered more than just mail. There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
Were you talking to the barrel? Because nobody was around you. Alright, cool. Let's just go inside now. I've been dicking around and wasting time enough. I like this, though. I'm like having a lot of fun. I love when people add new environments to the games. Hello, Ford.
My name's Ford. I am Randall's #1 killer, just so you know. And who the hell are you?
I'm Kurt. You could call me sir.
Oh, wait. You're the courier. Holy shit! I didn't mean to come on as such a hard ass. I mean, it's just part of the business, right? You and Randall are the reason I got into this business. I read all those dime novels back when I was on the farm. Told all about you in New Vegas.
That's alright, buddy. What did those dime novels say?
Oh man, they tell about everything you did, and it's completely accurate. Let me get something, just a second. Oh, yeah. Sergio pressed the cold steel barrel against the captive's head. Make a move and she gets it, he muttered with serpentine rasp. With eyes that exhibited steely resolve, the courier calmly replied, "You've taken your last captive, evildoer." Sergio trembled as silence ensued.
Alright.
When Sergio's sweaty fingers twitched, the courier deftly lifted a pistol from its holster and loosed hot lead, effortlessly felling the outlaws. You know, how accurate is that? All of the details are in there. I mean, even Sergio's sweaty finger. What do you think?
I'm glad you enjoyed it. There's no captive in the show. Sergio was a damn close running thing. There's no captive, yeah.
No captive? Why would they make that up? Well, it doesn't matter. He killed Sergio, and that's all that people care about. I still can't believe you're here.
Thanks, buddy. I like you. You don't want to be like me.
But I do. I read everything about what you did. How you helped the innocent and only kill the bad guys as a last resort. You're a hero.
That's kind of true.
It wasn't just some pamphlet. It's an in-depth account of all your exploits, with a touch of dramatic license. That's what it said. I memorized it. I was already a killer before I started bounty hunting. I'm almost as good as killing at you, believe it or not.
What do you actually know about bounty hunting?
I know that we're only hired to hunt down the worst of the worst, so the use of lethal force is never in question.
That's not true.
You have to be quick.
That's true.
Able to get the jump on the bad guys.
Can be true.
Having a big gun helps too.
Sort of true.
I think that about covers all the major points. Say, what if I was able to tag along with you? Watch and see how it's really done. I mean, I hold my own and all, but I want to learn from the best. Well, I've got gumption and a sharp mind. I believe I would be an asset to you.
Yeah.
This is so fucking amazing. I'm actually helping you kill outlaws. And we're gonna be the most badass team in history.
Alright, so the Wild Wasteland thing, I'm not really sure what the Wild Wasteland thing was for. I know it popped up right away. Is it just because of the picture? Is that why? Alright, let's check what good old Ford here gave us as a thingamajig. There we go. Perks. It was luck beats something. Luck beats skill. While Ford is a companion, the player benefits from an increase in luck. Nice. I like you, buddy. I like you a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, there's no picture for him. Make sure you're aggressive.
Yeah. I'll kill them all.
I'll kill them all. All right.
Sure, I'll carry anything. I'm the strongest motherfucker in this whole canyon.
All right. It is funny and anything like that. I actually really enjoy him as a person. All right, he can't die. Infinite ammo. True passive mode. All right, cool. I really like him as a person and anything like that because he has that whole, you know, I'm fucking amazing thing, even though he's probably not going to be. But that's what makes him so endearing. I like it. Okay, please. Shut up, water fountain. Now, was the Wild Wasteland for Cooper? He's a good boy.
Oh, shit. Are we sneaking now?
Yeah, why not? Sneaky sneak. Alright, so basically I don't know what that Wild Wasteland thing was for, but that's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Randall here. I've been wasting a lot of time, I'm sorry. Randall, buddy. It's good to see that you got everything back, but you're missing your 9mm. You want me to go get it? I can bring it back.
I only have one question. Are you willing to kill people for money?
Fuck no!
I'm just joshing you, partner. Had to ask. For time's sake.
Oh, okay.
Lord knows you've killed enough for the both of us, and then some.
I missed you,
I
bud.
heard about you taking down Judge Richter, Red Bear, and Sergio. Damn fine work by all accounts. I know you might have a lot of different reasons for coming here, but I want you to know I appreciate it. Fact is, I could use your help. My goal is to find Marko and kill the son of a bitch.
Same here.
And simple.
Plain and simple.
The NCR bankrolling us this time, thanks to Mr. Brookshire. Truth is that we're in a tight spot here. When Marko came to Frosthill, he brought a passel of outlaws with him. All of them a rough bunch. I'm talking about the hardest, meanest vermin west of the Mississippi. Gathered over years of raiding. We ain't taking no prisoners up here.
Alright.
It's gonna be sorta like what we did back in Vegas. Except this time, we finish it. Together. Marko has nowhere else to run now. It's gonna be tough, partner, and downright bloody. You let me know when you're ready to start, and I'll get you on track.
Well, first,
I'd tell
Randall.
you not to distract me with questions, but I reckon that would be downright rude, considering everything that's transpired.
Yeah, please.
If you're curious, ask away. So long as you don't keep me away from my typing for too long, I reckon somebody has to keep this outfit organized.
Oh, I've missed you. Alright, question.
Ask away.
How'd you become a ghoul?
Oh, how did I become a zombie? Yeah, I can say that shit with impunity now. Zombie, motherfucker. Anyway, Sugar had busted me up, then buried me up to my neck in dirt, not far from some old wayside. Made me sick as fuck. There I am, wasting away, sun burning my head, thinking it can't get worse. Wrong. Fucking giant ants showed up, about to chomp my dome off. right when I'm about to become a snack for the bugs, a pack of wild dogs comes running in, chew up the ants, then run 'em off.
Nice.
I'm thinking, hallelujah for man's best friend. Wrong again.
Oh.
Big alpha dog came up and commenced to humping my face. Did it all night.
Oh, Randall.
So that mangy fucker is making love to my ear when finally I hear gunshots, despite my impairment.
It's probably because you heard it out of
I
the other
finally
ear.
caught a break. Dogs run off, but it was the jackals that found me. Cocksuckers had a real laugh at me, half ghoulified and covered in dog jizz.
Please continue.
Well, jackals shackled me and hauled me around, made me their zombie slave. They just assumed I was some random hobo in the wastes. I ended up taking a page out of old Marshall Cooper's playbook. Late one night, I used a fork to kill their leader, then grabbed a gun. Jackals are all pussies, of course, so they ran off.
Oh, yeah, they are.
I did manage to kill 2 of them, though. After that, I got my bearings and headed north.
Wow. Why didn't you return?
Jackals hauled me up north to begin with, and I wasn't sure what was going on back in Vegas. For all I knew, the judge was still around. I ain't proud of everything I've done, but it worked out. I was on the road when somebody told me Marko was up in Utah. Hearing that gave me real purpose again, something to work towards. I got on as a caravan guard and got up here not long after that. I started to figure it was nothing. I'd heard stories of Marko dying for years until I saw him. He was outside town, had a gang with him. Deep down I knew he'd be too fast or one of his boys would plug me first. I'd have to wait, but at least I knew where he was. I went back with a caravan, used my paycheck to get geared up, and that's when Brookshire found me. He told me that NCR had a stake in Frosthill, wanted to fund a bounty hunting expedition. All they needed was some leadership. By that time word had gotten around about your doings in the Mojave, so Brookshire figured I'd be a good fit to corral his gang of misfits. I mean, it's going to work, but sometimes I have my doubts about all this, the way things turned out. I regret starting you down this path.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Ask you a question.
Ask away.
When you say regret setting me on this path, what do you mean?
I got into this business because of revenge. Do you know what revenge is? It's a special kind of hatred that burns in your soul. It can motivate you, it can keep you alive, and it can poison you. When I gave you that pistol, I put that weight on you, and that ain't right. To know that I put you in a place, in a lifestyle that will have you looking over your shoulder your whole life, it hurts.
You're just being you. I wanted to see that justice was served. You have nothing to regret. Losing your balls is a side effect of glorification. No, they probably get larger, actually.
Let's just get through all this before we start congratulating each other and talking about privileges. Jesus.
Oh, Steven, you know I've always wanted to be all kissy of the asshole for you. Why do you think I'll be looking over my shoulder? Once Marko's dead, nobody will want to cross us.
Plenty will steer clear, to be certain. There are always others out for your blood. Some want to land themselves in your legend by killing you. Seen it happen. There'll come a time when you don't pay attention, get careless, or just get unlucky, and somebody will make their move.
That's very true.
See, you're carrying a brand. You're a killer. That's how people will always see you, for good or bad. And the ones you killed, they'll haunt you. Somebody once told me, blood will have blood. You can't stop it. All you can do is survive it. Ask away.
You know, what will you do once Marko's dead?
Been a long time since I've seen home. My real home. Hot and humid doesn't sound so bad when you're freezing your nuts off. Hell of a long trip back to Mississippi, but I reckon that's where I'll go. I've missed it, even with all the hurt that comes with thinking of it. Fact is that I'm tired. Tired of fighting. Tired of knowing that I'm alive and my family is dead.
Oh, buddy.
I wish I died with them, truly. If I can make it back there, I know what I'm going to do.
Alright, there's still some people around who care about you, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget sometimes. You get in the habit of detaching yourself from other people in this business so you don't feel too much.
Very true.
I'm just talking out of my ass anyway. Let's get back to work.
He's not talking out of his ass.
Ask away.
We're not going to let you do it. There's a lot of questions here, and I don't want to waste the entire time. Since when did you have a dog?
Oh, Cooper? Found him when we cleared out a raider den just outside the canyon. They'd been using him as bait for their fighting dogs. He was pretty tore up when we found him, but he bounced back real quick. Ain't the biggest or the fastest, but he's tough as an old boot. Feel free to take him with you the next time you go after a bounty.
Oh,
I'm sure he'd be a help to you.
you're gonna let me have a dog too?
What's on your mind?
Okay. Are you gonna use wanted posters?
Posters. Only use for those things is to wipe your ass, not a damn thing else. Wasteful and stupid, I call it.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
I give you a name.
Add a TP.
You kill the motherfucker. That's how this business is supposed to operate. It keeps things organized and neat.
True.
Most of the time, posters are spread all over creation, and it's a pain in the ass to even find work. Goddamn ridiculous. You show me the man who invented wanted posters, and I'll gladly stomp his nuts.
Alrighty.
What's on your mind?
A lot. There's a lot here. I'm just trying to get through it because we don't have much time left. I just want to get through some stuff. Wild Wasteland. Where did you get that movie poster?
Ford put that mess up. I don't even know what the fuck it's about. Babies and demons, some kind of fucked up love story written by perverts. Honestly, what kind of demented minds come up with this shit? Whatever happened to thoughtful, quality entertainment? Everything nowadays is just swearing and violence. No depth at all. It's a sign of intellectual regression and moral decline. Look at me getting distracted by this filth. When you're ready, I've got more of these fucking assholes for you to kill.
Oh, that was good.
What's on your mind?
That was really good. Okay. How much will they pay?
It ain't like that damn gravy train we had in Vegas, but it's enough. A lot of it will depend on how you resolve each situation. See, we got a tense relationship with Frosthill, so it's a balancing act of cleaning out Marko's boys while not pissing off the town.
Okay.
There may be times when you're asked to handle things in a specific sort of way. Clear? About as much as mud, right? Yeah, that's the NCR for you.
Alright.
What's on your mind?
Geez, there's still a lot to go through. How'd you hear about me killing the judge and all
Don't
this?
play coy. You killed a string of badasses, one right after the next. Like something out of a goddamn dime novel. Somebody off Sergio in his own damn town. People are gonna talk about that shit for decades. Every damn trader I met was blabbing about it. There were others I heard about, like Red Bear. Some said you killed him. Others claimed you took him alive. I hope you cut his goddamn throat.
I took him alive.
You must be managing the fame pretty well. I've no doubt you've dealt with your share of bushwhackers trying to get payback. I wish I could
Kinda?
tell you that it would stop, but it won't. All that counts is that you're alive and that you're here.
Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and get
See you
going.
later.
Before we do any more, we're going to get good old Cooper here, and he's going to follow me. Yeah, buddy. Follow your nose perk. Okay, let's see what that means. While Cooper's a companion, the player can detect enemies at an increased range. Okay, so that's going to be ridiculous, because I still have Eddie on here on accident, but, you know. Let me just check out Cooper's qualities here. Alrighty! Alright. Okay, aggressive. Ford buddy, you're aggressive as well. We're good to go, gentlemen. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, just due to the fact that I don't have time left anymore. I need to look that up, because I don't recognize that at all. I feel like I should, but I don't. I'm not really sure. Oh. I thought he was talking about that as a movie poster, because he said goddamn demons and babies. But this is the poster. Open and close. Pray for Janet's baby. I feel like I should remember that. Why was I a little open and close and now I can't? Oh, okay. Alright, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really liking the new New Vegas bounties here. So we're going to go ahead and quick save. We're going to save the game normally. We're going to get back to the action right in the next episode, of course, because we're going to get our first bounties and stuff, but we had to get away all these things. We might start the next episode again with talking to him about all the other questions we have. I just didn't want to continue doing it now because I've run out of time. Otherwise, this would be like a 50-minute video of me mostly talking to Randall, even though everybody loves Randall. You don't love Randall, you can get the hell out. Either way, thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends because it helps me out a whole bunch. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a good day, and